Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on, oh goodness, Friday the 4th of January. Okay, so let's start off looking at, well, let's have a look at what we got coming out today then. So actually start off looking at the euro dollar, and probably not a major surprise. It did do part of what I expected yesterday, not all of what I expected yesterday, but ended up on a positive. Now, we're looking at the way this has been chopping through on a daily basis for over a month now. I'm as much as bearish as I am on the euro, and I've got reason to be bearish again today. I do wonder if this is going to pop up again a little bit more, push towards the upper side of this range, or is it going to roll over early? Which doesn't make it too easy when you're sort of not too sure which way it's going to go, because it hasn't got an obvious, well, it has got a slight trend now. I was looking back at the dailies here, and well, you could argue it's got higher lows, higher highs coming through this sort of range here, so it's maybe on a slight upward trend. Fundamentally, I think there's still rot there to be had, but well, you can just trade what's in front of us at the moment, and there is a sort of a lack of clarity. Now, looking down to this, actually, I don't know why I do know why I'm looking at a 30-minute chart. I'm going to change that to 60 just to clear it up a little. That's it. And looking at this chart, well, the high lows coming through in this sort of intermediate time frame has got an untouched daily pivot, and my preference would be to be looking at that probably first thing this morning. We'll see what's comes out post 8 o'clock, but that may be just a simple target and that's it. Alternatively, it could become a zone from bouncing. But once again, look, we got this. We had it yesterday at in the earlier part of the morning at the sort of well, say yesterday. It was yesterday when it was coming down actually, but it's still coming down the same direction. It's the 60-50, still facing south. It's not curled round or anything. Still heading in a southerly direction, which may suggest that the price action may head down as well. It's soft anyway. Right. So that's euro. Probably looking, as I say, for shorts initially, but not necessarily looking for huge shorts. And there may actually even be a trend line coming up to greet us on the target there. There we go. Maybe just even around that target area. So just got to be a bit careful on that. So there's the euro, the pound. Let's have a look. Now, this yesterday has seen some divergence coming into this double bottom that sort of came in there, held onto its gains in the end, or regained its the regains, I should say, pushing up then. Well, not really giving me a lot of clue there, but a similarish picture to the euro here, and again. I mean, we came in short of it yesterday, but it's just about there today where the daily pivot was. So if anyone had traded looking for the daily pivot, well, it's within a smidgen of it now. Looking below where we got the daily pivot, a break this morning may see us trade towards that. But again, I do wonder if it'll pitch up. It's not quite so obvious as the euro, which had the high lows, high highs. This has just sort of got this sort of divergency move. It may just sort of chop around here and roll over. So lack of clarity once again. So both the European currencies I look at here are not absolutely clear. The yen, well, it's not particularly the easiest one to decipher either. It's a similar picture in terms of what it's got here. Maybe if we see the pound and the euro start pushing up, what we've been seeing when that's been happening is the yen's been pushing up as well, because we've seen the yen sold on the basis of people starting to trade again or invest again. There's money coming from safety going out there. So at the moment, it too looks like it could run down towards its daily pivot there, but at such point whether it'll bounce, well, we'll just wait and see. Is certainly the possibility. Near-term trend lines there would stop it short of that trend line. Aussie dollar, well, saw a good bounce from that spike low. It's not massively convincing here. The overall bigger picture, lower highs, lower lows, it's not really done too much to convince me otherwise. It's a bit of a pig's ear, to be quite honest, in some respects, with this massive spike in there, because it sport what was a clearer pattern. It too has a daily pivot below, and if we see this trend line break, it could be on target to head at some point towards that. Still got a sort of bearish overall vibe towards the Aussie dollar, but got to be a bit careful. There's a lot of traders that are sort of talking towards the US sort of bigger downward moves, etc. It still has better strength than other markets, but it is showing weakness as well. So yes, that's why traders are looking at it that way. So looking at the Canadian dollar, it saw a solid day yesterday. We saw oil prices pushing up in the afternoon there, or from the earlier morning pushing up, and the Canadian dollar eventually pulled back here. As I said, it had run up and met the sort of target area I was expecting, and you've seen a sort of some correction from that. Could correct right the way back, looking at this towards the 33.88, 89 sort of area there. Maybe even more, but at the moment correcting strongly, and well, could have further downside. Let's say looking towards, there you go, 33.83 down to that 4 hourly 200 would be on the cards maybe. Now any reversals later could see it pitch up, but it has got a daily pivot above, there may be a less likely chance of seeing that hit now. Right, news-wise today, of course, we've got non-farm payrolls. We've got the Canadian data as well, the employment data, same for the Canadian data and the US data, all sitting there at 1:30. We have got the services, French and Spanish, German services PMI data coming out, running through this morning. For some reason, it's been marked down in its importance, but it is important to see these numbers coming out, these PMI data coming out this morning. It's been downgraded to a yellow on Forex Factory, which I think is a little bit harsh. Maybe orange should be where it sits, and people will be watching those numbers, so watch out as we see those PMI numbers released. Right, but let's say the key one really is the non-farm payrolls. We have got Fed Chair speaking at 3:15, due to participate in a panel discussion titled Federal Reserve Chairs. Now that I understand is with the previous chairs, so Yellen and co. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, have a great day. That's it for me. Bye for now.